Hi, I'm Tania. I'm here with Dan Streng, one of the jurists on our What's Bubbling design competition. And I'd like to know from you, Dan, you've reviewed the first round of entries. I'm interested to hear from you any key trends that you saw from the entries that you reviewed.
Yeah, I did notice there was a certain amount of simplicity, and I guess normally when you see simplicity you think, oh, that's been thought of before, but sometimes simplicity is probably the hardest thing, and I noticed that, I would say on average, the baseline was a lot higher than I thought it would be.
Well, this is a bad one. I think that there's a lot of designs that were done only on the computer, and they looked really great, except for you could tell that they wouldn't work or there was some other problem. But in the rendering, it looks all real and everything, so I think that the designers fool themselves a lot by working that way.
Well, I think, of course, I do see some of the entries have the theme of either reducing power consumption, so either manual power or some kind of other alternative energy for food preparation needs, which would be useful in countries where electricity is not so prevalent or things like that. I think another one is just that space is precious in the kitchen, and so always thinking about the efficiency of the tools that we have, and I saw several entries where some kind of combination of tools, so now 3 tools becomes 1, or a tool has added functionality. So somehow you get to sort of streamline your favorite tools in the kitchen.
I think my takeaway, having just gone through all of these, was how clearly the different facets of what a designer does was captured in the entries. We saw a lot of different ways to approach design. There's the designer as problem solver or inventor. There was the designer as improver or perfecter, making the things that exist better incrementally. There were also a few entries that celebrated the designer as maybe shaman or as poet. They incorporated a celebration of materials. A few entries that celebrated the ceremony of food prep. Now, some of those were very elaborate, sort of forced you to pay more attention to the food itself or to the action of preparing it. Some of them, though, were just almost Zen-like in that they allowed you to do a task that people have been doing for millennia in a way that was very smooth and pleasurable. And perhaps it was some of those entries that I found the most interesting.